something close to your heart. It's kind of messed up. I'm gonna play this.
First, now at 5, a popular actor you probably know from King of the Hill dies tragically. Tonight, we're learning new information about his shooting death as police charge his neighbor with murder. Jonathan Joss, as he was known in the entertainment world, was the voice actor who played John Redcorn for years. Police say a long-running neighborhood feud turned deadly last night on the south side. Sue Kalberg is on Dorsey off of Morrison Road, where neighbors and police say this was a long time coming. Sue?
Sarah, many of the neighbors I spoke to said Jonathan Joss Gonzalez and his neighbor, who lives just 50 yards away, have a long history of trouble. As a matter of fact, people say both men have been carrying weapons and trading threats for years. And when I asked San Antonio police for calls for service for these two addresses, they sent me the list, and it is extensive. It just goes on and on and on. But still, people have been telling me they're surprised by the tragic turn of events because these men, they say, have been arguing and then going their separate ways for years without critical incident until last night. Now, neighbors say when Joss's house was destroyed by a fire several months ago, ever since then he's been coming to check on his mail, and the conflict started up again last night. And the neighbor, who everybody calls Freddie, Sigfredo Ceja Alvarez, shot Joss in his own driveway. So many people here who grew up with the actor and called him the class clown at McCollum High School say they're sad his career, which was bright, is over.
He was just really a loyal person, funny, anything you can ask for. But as everything would happen, you get older, wiser, and then you become rock bottom where they stop asking you to stop filming.
Now, Alvarez, the man who is accused of murder, remains in jail. His bond is set at $200,000. Live in South San Antonio, Sue Kalberg, KENS 5.
All right, and some more context to that that they didn't talk about was allegedly his husband said that this man had been harassing them because of them being a gay married couple, and that he was lacing out with different homophobic epithets.
Yeah.
Before he unalived them, the gentleman. I mean, this King of Hills your show, man. I mean,
this is heartbreaking.
I had to text you personally. Like,
I know. And shout out to everybody that sends me stuff that I enjoy and that is geared toward me. And this is one of those unfortunate ones. Everybody's making sure that I saw it. So it's funny because one of the there's this rewatch podcast called King of the Hill Rewatch, and I've been on their show, talking about my love of King of Hill and everything. And so they actually had interviewed Jonathan Joss this past weekend at ATX. There was a festival down in Texas, and so they have like the final interview with him, and they were just saying how enjoyable he was, and part of it was kind of like bittersweet sad. But it's just really bizarre, especially considering that we are now in Pride is one of the things that is celebrated in the month of June, and this happening on the first day of June. And the husband, like you said, did share that that this guy had been consistently harassing them. And that's been like the root of a lot of the issues just because they are gay. And it sucks because this brings back so many different things just about people in general, regardless of sex, race, class, creed, just being able to exist. And the dangers for just being able to show up as you. And it's just so unfortunate. And like the newscaster said, they were going to check on mail. They were waiting on a check from their house being burned down. Like, that's why they were back there grabbing mail. And all of this, when they walked up to the house, they lost their pets in this fire. So someone had went through the rubble and sitting at the front of all this like debris and stuff is the skull of one of their animals. Someone moved that and purposely put that there.
Oh
And they
wow.
believed that it was this neighbor that had been harassing them. And like they said, this has been an ongoing feud that unfortunately erupted into the death of Jonathan Joss. So it's just really sad to see this happen. And everybody loves John Redcorn. You know, so much we have Sir that has this hit song called John Redcorn that mocks, well, not mocks, like mirrors the like King of the Hill, and where you have even Mike Judge like seeing the video and thinking it was really cool that, you know, someone paid homage to the show, and it's just really crazy. And
Was that, were they trying to were they thinking about rebooting it or
oh
something?
no, it's so technically it's not even a reboot, it's a revival. Like, so this has been greenlit for like a couple years now. So now they had a date because unfortunately it was greenlit, and then I don't know, you know, writer strike, all that stuff happens. So there's been like these delays. So you have a couple of characters that already have passed on. You have Brittany Murphy, who played Luann. If I'm not mistaken, her husband on the show, Rusty, is also passed. Then earlier in this year, you have Dale's voice, Toby Hardwick, pass away as well. And so
Also, it's moving. I'm looking it up now. They replaced Hank Hill voice. They got a whole bunch of people.
well, no, they didn't replace Hank. That's played by Mike Judge. So yeah, that's played that, like, so they were replacing Toby. So Toby Huss, who was also a cast member, I forget all who he voiced, but he comes in. You'll see him do, because they got greenlit for 2 seasons at the moment. So you'll see him come in, I think like episode 8, because they filmed 7 episodes with the original Dale. And then now John Redcorn, if should they replace him, which I would assume that they would, this will be the 3rd person to replace the voice actor for John Redcorn, because the original actor, he died in a car accident after season 1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So King of the Hill is such a great show. Like, and I like, so what happens is this picks up, it's like 7 years from where the season ends. And the season kind of abruptly ended because it didn't feel like any closure. So I don't know. Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends, because we got all the tea. And you know, if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side, so you can see other stuff, and again, share it with everybody.